Hi guys, so today I'm going to spend some time using the new Crafter's Companion Wisteria collection. I did have a lot of questions about it whenever I showed the haul video, the unboxing, so if it's still available, I'll link in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. And with those links, the prices are exactly the same as if you had not used them. It's just a tip that, you know, companies leave for people who happen to send them over, right? If it's something you're interested in after seeing my work here, you can do that, and they leave like a little tip, basically. So anyway, what I want to use today for sure is this stuff, because you guys had questions about it. And I mean, I think it's as easy as just putting glue and dipping it in there. In this petal powder, they're calling it. It's a little different than like the other kind of powders you might have, like from Tonic or like these flower creator kind of the powders, the little pollens. A little fluffier it looks, because the whole thing has to do with wisteria. A little lilac-y in my opinion, the way it looks, but either way. We're going to try it out today. So, I really want to use this, and that's literally why I bought pretty much the whole collection, but I really want to try this guy out today. And then I was thinking about maybe using this one, because it has like little silhouettes, and then you can put the glue on these guys and dip them, and then you'll have that, you know? Or, well, this one you stamp and cut. Oh, they also have the punch outs, which is really cool. Actually, with this one, you can also use that stuff. You just put a little glue wherever you want, you know, the green or the orange, purple or white areas, and dip it however you like, and you can make it a little more 3D out of that. Project is a little more 3D. These are dies. Now, the dies that are like this, you can just use these, sure, why not? They're meant to go with the flower forming foam sheets, right? And then you heat it up and they kind of crunch up. They had some examples that were just, this is definitely the kind of collection, if you like to make flowers or if you like detail work, here it is, because that probably takes a very long time. What's a bummer is I don't have any images here of that, you know? I was like looking to see if they had like an image of it or somewhere, and my nose started running on top of that, so look at this. Now, this looks totally different than the things that they showed on HSN, to be honest. This is very pretty. On HSN, they made it more like flower, like cup flowers, I don't know. And then it came with the paper and all that. So what I'm going to do is focus on these things right now, and then we'll just probably grab a card base and pop that on there. We do have this guy. It's a 3D embossing folder. I mean, it'll give you texture in the background, but it has its own kind of look. But I suppose that'd be fun with a little birdcage in front. I'm not planning on doing that today, but you do have that. We have the on the edge die, all these different things that came with the kit. I really want to try this out too. I love layering stencils, so it does have something like that. But today we're going to try these guys out with the powdery stuff. So I'm just going to, oh, maybe I will get a card base first. I always like to kind of have that ready for everything else we're going to put on top. So let me grab some papers and glue and everything else that we're going to need, and I'll be right back. It's not a standard A2 size card base, but let's see how big this guy is. It says 2.6 by 4.2, so that should work. Oh, he's not that big at all. I mean, sorry about, again, the camera, new lighting. Well, not new lighting, but like, I don't know how this camera reads things. That looks really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this guy out. Probably, I like the soft colors, but at the same time, what I'm thinking about is cutting this out. Do I really need to reuse this thing? Ugh, just get rid of it. This silver paper, I think, just because it's a bird cage, but you know, black is cute too, but I think what I'll do is I'll run this through silver, and I'll also run it through some black paper. Oh, look at that. Ooh, if that doesn't move on me, then that is perfect. It might move though. We'll see. So I'm gonna run that through again, this silver paper, it's metallic paper, and through some black paper. And then these guys is what I'm curious about. Should I go with like colors, or just kind of, you know what I'm saying, like the leaves should be green and the flowers should just be like white or black. We're probably gonna cover these up pretty good, or pretty well. These also have embossing in them, so whatever system you want to use, if you're gonna run that through, you might want to get your little embossing going on that. Man, they sure did not put too many examples. I mean, they have some here. I was gonna say, which would be the best? The long vine? And then what about the flowers? I guess we can just kind of add them in here. Okay, whatever, I'll cut them all out of green paper and we'll have them all. And I'll cut these guys, I guess, from white paper. No, you know what, green paper too, because it has a little stem. So they're all gonna be cut from green paper, and I'll be right back. To roll this guy through, I just want to show you. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the little door. How cute. It actually has like movement, I suppose. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna run it through some black paper too, like I said. And in the meantime, I'm also gonna cut down a piece of paper. I have the paper pad here, and I was just kind of looking. I really, really like the way this looks, this area. So I might cut down that paper. Let me see. Oh, there's 4 of each sheet, which is good. Oh, okay. This one has a lot of like, oh, be careful. I pulled this out and I already tore it right there. I like this area, but I don't know if that's big enough. So I'm going to make it so that I can get a good amount of that, like this part in my card. So I'll probably cut it up here and then cut down. A lot of it will probably be covered up anyway, but I'll be back. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's the kind of sizing I like on that. Not to waste paper, I went ahead and cut it 4 1/8 wide. And then I'm going to cut down the 5 3/8 in the other direction, so this paper is not like cut up in a bunch of weird ways. Okay, that's pretty funny. I cut these all at once, even though I wanted the embossing for the leaves, and I left this part off. And I thought, oh, I might not catch it, you know, but it did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's had to squish down with foam, so I didn't know if this would touch the surface enough to cut. But they did. Oh, and you know what? I only have 2. I didn't think about that. I probably want more of these, don't I? I'll do 3. You know, we like 3s. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use all these vines or not. I just had a piece of tape sitting here next to me, so I used that for this. But generally, I don't just use tape to hold down my dies anymore, because it rips up the paper. But again, little foam. It's all there with the embossing. Okay, I'm going to run another one of these guys through, and I'll be right back. A couple of things. I actually didn't clean this one out. The pieces stayed in this one more than the silver paper. I need to find my Spellbinders tool-in-one. Anyway, I'm going to clean this out, all these little bits, and then I'm just going to layer them like that, right? So a little glue on the back and just lay one right over the other. So I have that little bit of shadow just to make it a little sturdier too. And then we have these pretty guys. And in the meantime, I'm just going to stick this down. Look how pretty that turned out with that branch coming down from the top. I honestly don't know how I'm going to finish this up or land this plane, but I guess we'll use a sentiment. You know, we'll see. Let's get this on here. So I'm going to clean out that black die cut and then just layer them together. And then we'll talk about what our design options are for laying out these little pretty bits, and I'll be right back. Actually put glue on the back of my hand and just dab, dab, dab so that those delicate parts can be in there. And you can still open your little door if you want that to be a little bit open or whatever, just to give it that little texture. But let's pretend if we put that there, I don't know. That's pretty. Let's see what they were showing over here. Yeah, they just kind of have it coming out of the top up here, like that. That's very pretty. And then they have the smaller vine kind of going up this way. We have this pretty boy. Oh, we can even do a couple, I suppose, if you wanted to. Try to look and see the vines. Obviously, that one's going up that way. You know, if you wanted to do something like that, I don't know. We'll see. These guys, let's play with these a little bit. So, I'm going to go grab... Hopefully I have like little KFC bowls or something like that, because you're going to want to pour this out. It's kind of spongy, at least that's how it looks. I don't know if that's the actual texture. We will see. We want some purple, we want some white. I'm probably not going to use the green today. So let me go see if I have some of the little bowls I can pop these in, or even little things from like the Dollar Tree, I don't know. I'll be back. 2 of these. Unfortunately, this one had glitter in it from glitter mix I had made, so ooh, hopefully I can find the lids. Because what happens is my husband will take the lid off, throw it away, and then keep this, and I'm like, what are we going to do with this? I need the lid too, you know? Ay. Anyway, let's remove this here. And that's problematic. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to run my fingernail because they put some glue, but I can't tell. Not glue, tape. Can't tell exactly where it ends. Oh, boy. It wants to come out. I'll tell you that much. And, you know, that's up to you. I mean, do you really want to decant the whole thing or just like a little bit of it? You can pour out the whole thing and then you just put your lid on this and, you know, you dip from there. I'm going to do it just like that for now, especially since I don't know if I have my lids or not. I don't really care about the purple and the white, honestly, being in separate tubs. Actually, I didn't think about that because they're all going onto the same thing. Let me run my fingernail through this too. Oh my gosh. There we go. So I cut the tape there. hopefully that's it. And my son's having a good time. I hear him laughing. I don't know if you guys can. Again, this is a new camera and I feel like the noise cancellation isn't as good, but we will see, huh? The heater just kicked on. I can feel the breeze from it. Great timing, heater. All right. Hopefully we're okay. It's actually nice in the summertime because the vent is right here to my left and it just like blows right at me. Very nice. Right now, not so great. Okay, yeah, that stuff is... All right, I am going to, instead of using my hand and try to gingerly hold this thing, I'm gonna hold it like this. Maybe down here, we're not putting glue everywhere. And just kind of putting some glue on here. This is art glitter glue. And I'm just gonna put it here and there. Right? And you know, I'm gonna dip this in the purple first, so I do want a lot of purple. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I should dip it like this or turn it over. Pour it on there. This stuff is, it's like a cut up foam. That's the best way I could describe this. I'm just dipping it so hopefully some of those little things hold on. And you know what? Ooh, this is not wonderful, but yeah, I should probably just put more in here. But that's okay. So that's what we have right now. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other ones. Just put some of this stuff here and there. And I'm gonna let it set up just a little bit before I dip it into the white one. Okay? And that's how I'm choosing to do it. I'm sure there's another way. It's whatever you like. Whatever works for you. So I'm gonna put that down. And see, that's kind of why I don't want to turn it over right into the white one yet. Because some of the purple just comes off. So I'll just grab this guy too. Same thing. Put some glue wherever I feel like. And just dip it in there. Or, well, let's try a different way this time. I'm gonna use a little scoop that I have here. I don't want to touch this stuff anymore because it's just really staticky. We can do that kind of thing. Put it on there. Oh, that one's too big. There we go. That way I can kind of push it down without really using my fingers to do that. And that's good too. Okay. Yeah, see? And then we're filling the other parts with like white and whatever. Well, white in this situation, in this case. And I'll do this one just like I did the second one. I like that better. And I will be right back. So that was the purple. And I'm gonna start with this one. Again, it's art glitter. It shouldn't take too long to dry. And again, if I get purple in my white or whatever, I'm not super concerned. So I'm just gonna put some glue here and there. And the tip there. And I'm bringing it over here. And I did like spooning it up, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break up these pieces. It just wants to jump everywhere. And just kind of push that on there. I know I have some at the very tip of it. And a little bit up here, and I can hear my son just talking away, just like his mama. Let's see here, put some there. I'm just dipping in pretty much the areas where I put some glue. This stuff is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like, once it settles in, do you see the texture on that? That is really fun, and it's like a foam, like a little foamy foam. Very fine shredded up foam. So I'll do the same thing with this next one. I think this was this is the one I used second, didn't I? I think it was this one. Yeah. I'm gonna tap off whatever excess purple there might be. I'm gonna hold this in a different spot. And now I'm gonna go through and add glue wherever I don't have it. And then I guess the other thing is when you just put a little like I did in your other receptacle, you're kind of, if you get purple in there and you didn't just, you know, and you want to keep it separate, you didn't just ruin like the whole bottle or whatever. Sticking to my glue here. And I'll do the same thing with this one, and then I'll do the same thing with the last one. I'm just putting in the areas where I put glue. Well, that was a big scoop. I'm aiming to just put in the areas where I put glue. I think if you put too much, you're going to end up with something that doesn't look like a flower anymore. You know what I'm saying? It'll just look like a big old glop like this. So pushing it just a little bit. But I can see this top piece wants to come off. It's just there, extra. Okay, so tap off whatever extra. Make it a little more ginger. There we go. A little more gingerly with the little spaces that you can see now. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the last bit, and I'll be a real challenge to try to get this back in there because these pots look full. They don't even look like anything happened. Look at that. So again, if you have a little lid, yeah, I might mix these. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, let me put those to the side. This is not set up yet. I was just gonna clean up a little bit. In the meantime, I think what I'll do is let those set up, is maybe go ahead and stick this down. You know what? Let's make it a little bit more popped up. So I'm going to take some dimensional adhesive. This one's from Tonic, and it's not super thick, so I like that. So what I'm going to do, what I mean is, like, it's not super deep. Pop that on here in a place, hopefully you don't see it. Okay. And this one needs to be a little bit thinner. It looks like that area is kind of thin. Just going to trim that down. And I'm just going to put it here. And I don't know that I need any more. I guess I can put some right here just to give it a little bit of a support. And I'm just cutting through the carrier sheet. I like to do that because it keeps it easy to cut. And you can do whatever you like. Alright. Again, we can pop that open. Actually, that might keep it open a little bit for you. If you want to put 2 in there just to keep it open, I'm just leaving it like that. And then I'll glue down our leaves, and then we'll see about a sentiment, right? So pretty. And I'm just popping this here. I'm not putting it like down on the ground. You know, it's just here. I hope that's where I would want it. Yep. And this guy is nice and pretty, but I'm going to make sure this holds on, and I'll let the leaves just sit there, because that way when I tuck in my Wisteria, I'll have room, like under leaves or something, to tuck it in. I'm going to glue that one there. I'm going to put some glue on this one just to put it right here. And this one I'm also going to glue, oh, maybe not, or what do you think? Maybe, oh, maybe that'd be good. I don't like the way it's just kind of sitting there, but maybe if we bring it out from underneath somewhere. I don't know. I feel like it's nice because it adds more texture, but at the same time, does it? You know, maybe back there. I'll just stick this one flat in the back like that. Okay, so I'll put glue in the back and stick it back there, and then put this one here. I'm just holding this down. Again, this paper is metallic, so it's very like non-porous, so it takes a while for the glue to set up and to stick down. Okay, I'll be right back. I get real technical with it. I put this on here and walked away to do something else. I'm still thinking about the sentiment. I feel like it should just be something delicate that's die cut, but we don't have any die cut words in this set. So I think in this video is more talking about this fluffy stuff, how to kind of work with it. I'm sure more of it will fall off as, you know, the different little pieces that are there. Oh my gosh, how pretty. That's very interesting. You know how this stuff works. I don't know where to put these. So, because right there it just looks like a clump of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I really want it to stand out as a flower. Those are pretty right there. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have gone with a different background color to make it stand out more. Or maybe we should put this one here. Ah! Put this one up here. No. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like here. I'm just looking at that little stem. It's really kind of weird. Maybe there. Do we put another one here? Maybe like right out here, even though, you know, I'm just like, in my mind, it has to be like, oh, there's a stem, and where does the stem come from? It's coming from that piece of wire? That doesn't make sense, you know? So maybe we can be a little more playful with it, though, right? It doesn't have to be so hardcore. Maybe like up here, so it looks like maybe it's coming from somewhere else, and I don't have to like second guess myself more than that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see, something flew off there. Okay, I'm done with that. So, making choices, putting that right there, and making it look like at least it's coming from behind here, you know, little twig. And this one, maybe I'm going to bring it to a different spot. So I totally expect more of this stuff to fall off, whatever is not really touching glue. So we'll deal with that. Again, Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll put this one a little bit lower, right, like right down in there. Okay. So the stem's kind of tucked back there. And then this one can go right up here, a little glue on that stem. And pretend that it came from like back here. So I'm gonna hold this one down because I do want it to look like it came from that spot. And I'll be right back. So I went and I was like, well, let me do some ephemera that I have. And I have this Spellbinder's ephemera that unfortunately tipped over and a lot of it fell out. But right now I was like, there's gotta be something in here that's just like little words that they do. So you are so amazing. And I think I'm just gonna pop that in there. No rhyme or reason other than that's what I want to use right now. So let's see. Should we give it a zhuzh? Yes, we should. Okay, so I'm gonna make it so that it stays down here. It sticks up right there, it comes back down in here. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do just to give it a little extra zhuzh. Oh, I'm gonna stack a couple of these pieces right here. And I would put some at the end too, but let me see how this ends up looking. Maybe a little piece at the end. Keep that up too. And oh, that's really close to the glue that I had put down, so we'll see how that works. But for now, it's gonna be something like this. So that's down. Nope. I'll set this straight. Down, up, and then a little bit up at the end there. I'm gonna hold these down and I'll be right back, okay? So where the glue is straight flat down and then the other areas are kind of raised up. I think I'm done. So there's my card. Again, I just wanted something to finish it off in a sweet way. The other stamps that are in the kit are like pretty big and then we have to die cut those out or whatever is we're gonna do. So I just went with this, but we were talking about basically using this stuff. So really cool. Again, you can hit off whatever isn't sticking to the actual glue. Again, use a light hand. If you're just putting glue here and there, you're gonna have a light hand anyway, and then whatever doesn't stick is just gonna come off. So I think that's the best way to use it because that way you can see some of the background and you can see that it's just a flower and not just a clump of weird stuff. I know from up close it probably looks like that. So let's back up a little bit. But there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.